Did you know that the artist who designed this diorama here actually organized for a real herd of bison to charge at him as part of his research? So my name is Erin. I'm a learning and engagement producer at the Manitoba Museum. And today I want to tell you a little bit more about Clarence Tillenius, the artist who designed, painted the backdrops for, and oversaw the installation of this bison hunt diorama, as well as 4 other dioramas at our museum. So you might have learned a little bit about him if you've seen our video with our conservator Carolyn, where she actually went behind the diorama. So today I want to tell you a bit more about Clarence. Clarence Tillenius was born in 1913 in Manitoba's Interlake region. He grew up on a farm, and he started painting at a very young age. He was self-taught and started painting at the age of 4. He had a lot of interesting experiences as a child that influenced him, one of which was when he was 10 years old, he and his brother went out looking for some horses that had wandered off. Their search took them through a dry muskeg area where his brother saw a very strange white object sticking out of the ground. His brother picked it up, and it was this huge bison skull. Clarence was awestruck, and that started his fascination with these animals that we see behind me. Throughout his career, he went on to create many paintings, drawings, and 2 dioramas featuring bison, the other one that can be seen at the Canadian Museum of Nature in Ottawa. The biggest driving force behind Clarence Tillenius' passion for art was observing and documenting the natural world around him. He was captivated by wildlife and the landscapes that he grew up around, and he traveled far and wide throughout Canada and beyond to see more. But he was also really affected by the loss and destruction of habitats as a result of human encroachment. So when Clarence Tillenius worked on a diorama, he would paint the backdrop, but he would also design the whole thing. There was a lot of work that went into making sure that the 3D part in front of you would seamlessly blend into the painting behind. Throughout his career, Clarence Tillenius created 18 dioramas altogether. But of all of them, he said that this bison hunt diorama was probably the most challenging. Now, it had a very interesting process. Clarence did not like to work from still photographs. He preferred to go out into the field and experience things for himself. So this included going out into Manitoba's prairies and parklands and taking thousands of sketches out in the field. So the research for this diorama also included a trip to Riding Mountain Park, where he could observe their semi-wild herd of bison. But also the park rangers there helped him to set up a protective structure where he could sit and observe as they sent over 100 bison charging towards him. So he got to experience firsthand what it was like to have a stampede running right at you. The whole project took 5 years from conception to completion, but it ended up as one of the most famous dioramas in his career. This is one of 5 dioramas that Clarence designed that you can see at the Manitoba Museum. The others are the polar bear, the caribou, the moose, and the pronghorn. And these 5 dioramas have really stood the test of time. And I think that they are continuing to fulfill Tillenius' intention of inspiring future generations to care about these animals and their habitats and to hopefully protect what is left.